Welcome back to week 12 of the Life of a Fantasy Football Player. As you guys can see, what you'll notice immediately, no beard. And that's a sign that my streak is over. After 7 straight wins, my team finally failed. And I don't know, tonight, watching that game, if you would have told me that being down 20 points, I had even a remote shot at winning it, I would have laughed in your face because I was down 87 to 67. I had Victor Cruz to play. My opponent, Greg, had Mark Ingram to play. And realistically, Mark Ingram isn't the best running back. He hasn't really been very productive. He was injured for a few weeks and he scored a couple touchdowns. But other than that, very quiet guy. So if I was going to win, I needed Victor Cruz to have a big day. I needed Mark Ingram to have a not so great day. And lo and behold, I was very well rewarded with Victor Cruz scoring 2 touchdowns and 100, who knows, let's see here, 100 whatever in yards, 157 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. What an amazing fantasy day. I give huge props to you. You definitely kept me in it because with a minute and a half to play, I was up by 2 points, 95 to 93. And what happens? Mark Ingram scores a 28-yard touchdown to in garbage time. Not even the Saints didn't even need it. They had the game in hand, but no. Mark Ingram has to score a stupid, useless touchdown and cost me my week. Way to go, Mark Ingram. Gonna hate you for life because you suck. But Victor Cruz, you definitely put in a super effort. You definitely kept me on my heels this game, and I give props to you for having an amazing week. Um, you were basically the only bright spot on my team as everyone else sucked it up. Kevin Smith got injured in the first quarter of the Lions-Green Bay game, and of course, he was already rolling that day. He had 5.7 points already after the first quarter, and looking like a great play by me until he got hurt, and Mike Morris took over, and of course he was on my opponent's team and scored a bunch of points against me. So that worked out amazing, and gotta give props to him. Watching Palco for the Chiefs play last night, yeah, way to turn the ball over 4 times. You are an amazing quarterback because, quite frankly, my opponent had the Steelers defense, and they just ate up those points like a fat kid on a Smartie. Needless to say, this shout out goes to you, Greg. You definitely made this fantasy week a lot more interesting than I had anticipated, and I definitely appreciate it. This is one of the things I love about sports. You gotta expect the unexpected, and I definitely did not expect to win this week, and I did end up losing, but you definitely made the game worthwhile, and this is why I love fantasy football. So, like I said before, Victor Cruz, props to you. You were such an amazing pickup, and to put 27 points up, that was just unreal. I definitely did not expect that from you, and you definitely made tonight a lot more fun than it would have been. Larry Fitzgerald, good job choking again. 5 points from you, and keep it rolling with the poor production. Tim Tebow, what can I say? The guy wins games. He won another game, and he scored 16 points for me, which is another solid week. But I don't know. I really like watching the guy. Definitely, I'm pushing for Denver to make the playoffs. That would be really fantastic for them. And I'm all for Tim Tebow. As long as the guy keeps winning, man, you can't argue with it. It may not look pretty, but he gets the job done. Brandon Lloyd, you definitely saved your day. You had 13.4 points and with 74 yards and a receiving touchdown. Antonio Gates had another touchdown this week, so definitely some decent points for my guys. Just a couple guys in between did not show up. Matt Forte, 8.4 points. Kevin Smith, 5.7. Larry Fitzgerald, 5.5. Jason Hanson, good job. One solid point from you. You had an extra point and you missed a field goal. And got to give props to the Lions for sucking it up this week against the Packers. The Bears defense, another decent week, 6 points. I'm not going to argue with that. But for the most part, my guys definitely came through. I half of them, great weeks. Other half, not so much. So a loss is what it is. But my team does remain in third place, and I'm not going to lie. It's definitely been an up and down fantasy season for me. These past few weeks have been fantastic with the 7-game win streak. But what can I say? Uh, it's been a fun ride, and look forward to the coming weeks as we get closer to the playoffs, because my team has definitely secured its playoff spot, and with the past few injuries my team has suffered, it's definitely looking a little dicey. It's not going to be a secure win by any stretch, and you can definitely look forward to a lot more up and down videos like this. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this week. As I said before, the beard is gone, my streak is over, but maybe next week we can start a new one, and hopefully you guys can look forward to that. Maybe I can win the last 2 games and still have quite a great turnaround from an 0-4 start. Needless to say, this has been week 12 of the life of a fantasy football player, and I look forward to see you guys next time. Just let me know. Maybe you guys can leave a comment about a game that you thought was out of reach and you almost came back and got shut out by a miracle play. Needless to say, I thought I had my miracle, and what can I say? My opponent had his. So it's been a great week, guys. Look forward to seeing you next time. See you later. Peace.